Today, we're taking a look at Little Orpheus, a 2.5D cinematic platformer from the Chinese Room. Hey everyone, welcome back. Before we get started, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more of these first impressions videos. It really helps out the channel and it lets me keep covering interesting titles like this one. After playing the first chapter of Little Orpheus, I have some thoughts. The first thing that stood out to me was the story. Little Orpheus has a surprisingly engaging premise. You play as a Soviet cosmonaut named Ivan Ivanovich, who claims to have ventured into the Earth's core and discovered a lost world filled with prehistoric creatures. It's basically a modern take on the old Hollow Earth theory, mixed with some lighthearted humor and adventure. That concept alone grabbed me right away. I love that sense of mystery and exploration, and the writing here does a good job of keeping things interesting. The voice acting is also solid. It's expressive, it's believable, and it carries a lot of the game's charm. I love those Russian accents. You add the Russian accent to a story and it becomes more interesting. It's just fantastic.
The hollowness of the interior and its suitability for colonization.
No, you've lost me, General. Did I do what?
Visually, Little Orpheus is good. Not groundbreaking, but definitely appealing. The environments have a painterly storybook quality, and the use of color is really nicely done. It nails that retro sci-fi vibe without feeling dated. Just a really cool feeling of like, you've got that cosmonaut kind of feeling, but also you're exploring this lost world in a jungle environment. But that said, the graphics didn't really blow me away. They're perfectly fine for what the game is going for, but they don't stand out in the way the story and presentation do. Still, the art direction works. It's cohesive, it's clean, and it fits the tone very well. Now, the biggest drawback for me was definitely the controls. Movement feels clunky and a little sluggish. There's a noticeable delay between when you press a button and when the character actually reacts. This can be frustrating in a platformer where timing is everything. There was a time when I was trying to move a box, and it's like I would go up to it and press the X button to interact with it, and it just didn't do anything, and it just kept running toward the box for no reason, and I had to actually stop, press the X button, wait a second for my character to grab it, and then I could actually move the box. It was kind of frustrating, I have to say. The gameplay itself is simple, mostly running, jumping, and solving small environmental puzzles, and that's fine, but the unresponsive controls take away from what could have been a smoother experience. It's not unplayable, but it's noticeably stiff. Still, even with that issue, I found myself enjoying my time with the first chapter. The story does a lot of heavy lifting here. It's charming and witty, and it gives you a reason to keep going. There's this nice balance between humor and wonder that really works. It's kind of funny because the guy that's interrogating your character is like borderline about to have you executed. But also like your character is like, no, I really went through this and you gotta let me tell my story. Yeah, it does a lot of heavy lifting. It almost feels as if you're playing through an old adventure serial or like a Jules Verne novel, complete with a narrator who's half unreliable and half heroic. There was one part where he's like, oh yeah, I definitely reached for my camera and documented this whole thing. And the guy's like, so where's the camera now? And you're like, sorry, I misspoke. I mean, I reached for my camera, but it had been stolen from my utility bill. It's really kind of funny to have that kind of narration style. But that tone alone makes it worth checking out if you're into classic adventure storytelling.
100 men equipped with eggs to hide in. We could roll across Europe in a day.
General, are you mocking me?
You are as sharp as you are brave, Talari.
Now let's talk price. The full price of Little Orpheus is $12.99, but I've seen it go on sale actually at this time that I'm recording this. It's actually on sale for $2.59. So I could tacitly recommend it at full price. It's short, creative, definitely unique enough to justify that cost. If you're into cinematic platforms, but for $2.59, yeah, that's an easy recommendation. There's hardly anything I wouldn't suggest giving a try at that price point. If you're a fan of slower paced, story-driven platformers, then, you know, maybe Little Orpheus might fit the bill. Something in the vein Inside or Planet Alpha, almost like, what was that other game? Limbo. Now, I played Limbo a couple of times. That was a good game. This is not on that level, but, you know, this game is a little more whimsical. If you're a fan of those games, then you'll probably enjoy Little Orpheus.
Better be good.
Good, General. It's more than good. It's extraordinary.
Overall, Little Orpheus is a flawed but enjoyable little adventure. The story and presentation are its strongest elements, while the gameplay lags a bit behind. But for the price, especially on sale, it's definitely worth picking up and experiencing for yourself. I had fun with the first chapter, and I'm curious to see how the story develops as it goes deeper into that Hollow Earth setting. So that's my first impressions of Little Orpheus. If you found this review helpful, or if you played the game yourself, let me know what you thought down in the comments. I always like hearing different perspectives, and definitely if you have any more thoughts about like the rest of the story, definitely let me know of that. And if you had the same experience with the controls, please also let me know of that, because I feel like that is really the biggest thing holding this game back. But if you haven't played it yet, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more first impressions and reviews. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time, and you need to relax.